So welcome to the Sit Down with Stephen Taylor. Thank you very much for joining us today. And today joined all the way from Nigeria, from my man, Biggie Brown, Joseph, who's got, I don't know, you can tell me your name, brother. How are you, my friend? It's good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the show, Taylor. My name is Joseph Ondana Taylor Mon. I'm popularly known as Biggie Brown. I'm based in Lagos, Nigeria, precisely. I'm an Afro-pop and reggae dancehall singer, composer, songwriter, and I'm from Benue State, Nigeria. Uh, I started music when I was in high school. I graduated from Command Secondary School, Lagos. I used to write songs in high school then in my notebooks.
Oh, nice.
Uh, I'm a graduate of Benue State University, Nigeria, here with BSc in economics. Uh, I've been in the game for some time, though underground, unsigned, independent, and it's not been easy as well.
Oh, no. The entertainment industry, the music industry is tough, I know, but I can see that you can dance as well. So that's good. And you've got some education behind you. So kind of like, you're cleverer than me, man.
Yeah. No, not really, not really. Thank God for education. It has been a way out for we black people.
Yeah,
It has been able to help us communicate, help us know our values, and help us reach out to the world at large. And I'm grateful for it. And I will be happy for all black children to have free education in
yes,
Africa. It should be number one priority so
I agree.
we can all understand the values of being human.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree, man. I agree. So tell me about, so you grew up in Nigeria, some of the challenges of you growing up in Nigeria. Was it tough growing up there? I mean, have you ever been to South Africa, firstly?
Uh,
Have you been here to South Africa?
I, I'm not really, I've never been to South Africa
Okay.
before.
Well, maybe one day
Uh,
soon. So, but obviously you know about South Africa, apartheid, and stuff like that. So tell us about some of the challenges growing up there in Nigeria for you.
in Nigeria here, it's way, way difficult because we Nigerians basically live below the poverty line, and the average citizen of Nigeria do not really get benefits from the government, regardless of how it's been painted outside of Nigeria.
Wow.
So living in Nigeria, growing up in Nigeria, I would tell you that it's not been easy coming from an average home where you have just a mom and a dad and a family. All you keep doing is just to survive. And
Yeah.
when you keep your head straight, you know it's not a mistake growing up here because it structures our way of upbringing, and it really connects us to our purpose. And it has really helped. Like with the kind of challenges around, it helps us to know the values of so many of these things that happens in developed countries. But I would say it's an experience for a lifetime, and I'm happy to grow up in Nigeria because I learned a lot from the system, from society, from the people. And Nigeria can be like any country else in the world. Like there's still poverty in majority countries in Africa, but you see people still thriving to survive, and they don't do this by dubious means. They don't do this by illegitimate means. They still have people who are focused to making a living where the road seems tough, rough, and unable to pass. So
Yeah.
it's really a blessing for me, and it has helped me in my catalog. I would say growing up in Nigeria helped me to write music well because all the problems I come across, I don't see anybody to tell. I just say it in a song. And these stories get to relate to a vast majority in other countries that are facing similar challenges. So it's really a breakthrough experience. Though I've never traveled outside of Nigeria before, and I will be hopeful to leave the country to go make a fortune, a career, and come back and build here because Nigeria is worth investing on. It has so many values from the peace it brings to the people in it, the welcoming arms they open for foreigners. I mean, it's just too much, but I'm
Yeah.
happy that I grew up in Nigeria, basically.
So tell me, I know that in South Africa we have load shedding. In Nigeria as well. Do you also you have that as
Yeah,
well?
yeah, we have load shedding here too many times. Sometimes we go out of power 12 days, 15 days, no
Wow.
electricity. We survive by candlelight. For
Sure.
those who can afford generators, they
Yeah.
have generators. For those who can afford solar panels, they have solar panels and all of that. But I've been able to put the problem in a song because since I can't say it to anybody, I just had to write it in a song to relate to the vast majority who has been in that situation
Mm.
before because there are so many things as a citizen you can't change. So you just have to look for a way through it to relate to people so change can come. Because I believe strongly that music is a weapon and you can use it for good, you know. So in Nigeria here, there are some places like the urban areas. I mean, the areas that has got the embassies, the airports, and all the important places in the country, they are having steady electricity. But rural areas where I live, we get to feel the heat more. There are some days you just sleep at night, no power supply, not for a day, for 15 days in a month, you cannot get electricity and it's very expensive.
Sure.
Like I wondered why. Why would electricity be expensive to each citizens? But
Yeah.
instead of bringing it out to say in public, I just put it in a song and make sure the message is fully delivered and the people who are the listeners, they would relate more because it's only
Absolutely.
when someone is in a situation that is when the person can relate to the society about that particular situation. You know what I mean?
That's so true, my man. So tell me, is the song out? Have you recorded the song already?
Yeah, yeah. The song is out, but it's not out for the public to consume. I
Okay.
only made it with my computer. Like I have a catalog of 521 songs today, and the song is amongst it, which is the 410th song. It's the 410th song in my catalog.
Wow, that's a lot of music, man.
Yeah. All I do is all I do is write music every day and just wait for God to locate me because I believe a musician is not known for the kind of clothes they put on, but for the kind of music
Yes.
they put out for people. So I want my music to be heard 200 years when I'm long gone because I believe there is a system here that can recycle music for people for the next generations. And it might be the next generation might not experience electricity problem. It might be
Yeah.
a breakthrough for them, but there will be a song that will be able to address that problem for the next generation to like, oh, our people, our ancestors, our forefathers, they suffered electricity problem. And this is the song that relate to them. And a video that can even
True.
display the situation as it is.
All right. So tell me, you've got a song called is it called Naso? Or what is it called?
Yeah, Naso. It's
Yes.
a pidgin dialect here to explain when something is what it is. Instead of saying that is what it is, you just say Naso,
Okay.
meaning it is what it is. And I was basically trying to talk about the unchangeable things in people's lives that you just have to thank God that you are alive, and if such kind of thing is still existing, you just have to be grateful to God that firstly you're alive to experience such kind of thing, and you just have to leave the rest to God. So the song basically talks about three stories. The first story is about someone losing a family member that was closer to the person, and the predicament just came up all of a sudden, without no control, to say, yeah, this is what happened, or something you can stop. So when someone loses a loved one without a notice, which can just basically happen. So the first verse of the song talks about the person losing a family member. And the second verse of the song talks about someone investing in a business and it turns out unprofitable for the person, and the person is regretting the business instead of just knowing that it is not so, meaning it is like that. It happens like that. There are sometimes you invest in business and it happens that way. And the third verse talks about a barren woman who is in a family, who is married to a family without issue, without a child, and the mother-in-law is pressing hard to make her uncomfortable. And I'm trying to say that she should be prayerful and believe it is so. It is how God wants it so. Because if God doesn't want it so, she should have been fruitful and she should have been having babies. But if she is not having by then, she should still hope that it is so and God can make it.
Absolutely, man. I'll tell you what, we're going to play a bit of that song, Now So. We're going to take a break. We are in conversation with Biggie Brown. It is the Sit Down with Stephen Taylor. Make sure that you are interacting on social media at Stephen Taylor SA, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're back with more with Biggie Brown in a moment.
Hey, hey, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce myself. I go by the name, it's Biggie Brown again. And what I'm about to do tonight is that anything way I talk, make you talk now. So that's how it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder, wonder, how I wonder what you are. Life is so mysterious, now so, and it's so good, and yet so dangerous.
So welcome back to the Sit Down with Stephen Taylor. We are in conversation with my man, Biggie Brown. Make sure that you are interacting with the show at Stephen Taylor SA on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Biggie, can't you see? No, it's not that Biggie. Biggie Brown, brother. How are you, man?
Yeah, this is. I'm so happy and I'm fine and thank you. This is Biggie Brown, not the late Biggie, and this Biggie Brown also raps. I do 5 genres of music. I do hip hop. I do pop. I do reggae. I do dancehall, and I do Afrobeat / Afro pop. Like all manners of Afro, I know how to do all of them, and I have over 80 songs on Afro alone. So
wow,
yeah, and hip hop as well. I rap. I have multiple songs, over 100 songs on hip hop as well, and I haven't released any of them yet because I have a management team and a publishing team who is working tirelessly to help me get a record deal that can, you know, be the platform for these records. Because if one releases a record without a platform, it just goes one way like that. But when you're under a platform, it goes to the right channel and goes to the right people. So I have all these records down, just pending when I'll get a platform to bring them out. And most of the records talks about the ongoing present situation, which has been with man for a couple of years, like racism, political instability, social oppression, and the Black Lives Matter thing. It's not just Black lives, it's just all lives. For the fact that a particular race is making another particular race uncomfortable doesn't mean one life matter than the other.
Yeah,
All
absolutely.
lives matter, and we blacks needs to be strong together. We need to know that for all lives to matter, we need to make our lives where we are presently, we need to make it matter as
Mm.
well. Because we as blacks, we need to hold hands together and build ourselves to the level where all lives will really matter. Because if you check it out right now, poverty, the world most poor are women,
Mm.
and mostly black women. This is to make you understand that women are neglected, which leads me to my song, Agony of a Woman.
Yes,
The
yes.
song I wrote 2015, and by the grace of God, it has been able to come across to people that really relates with the situation. Because, you know, violence against women and girls is a hidden global crisis, which knows no culture or boundaries.
Mm.
And poor women and girls are most likely to experience it, most often at the hands of their husbands or partners, you
That's
know.
true.
And violence
Sadly, that's
against
true.
women is one of those, violence against women is one of the most widespread violation of human rights. And many perpetrators believe that violence towards women and girls is normal
Mm.
because society supports it. And violence against women and girls takes many different forms of situations like domestic violence,
Yes,
sexual assault,
yes.
sex trafficking, early and forced marriage, and harassment. And women face gender inequality through their lives from childhood through to old age. And it's even worse for Black women who are in poverty. So this has long-term devastating effects on the lives of women, their communities, the wider society
Yeah.
at large. And it's high time violence against women should end. So that song, Agony of a Woman, basically highlights the values of women, what they go through, how they themselves leave their family, leave their home, they move in with a man, and they ensure that they do everything to please this man because the kids they're even going to get would not come out to bear their names, of which they also have names.
Yeah.
But because it's the society thing, the man has to take all the glory, and they just they are not respected, they are not valued, and these are people that go through a lot, and women do not see men do not see the women importance to them, which is wrong.
It is
And
wrong.
violence against women and girls does not violence against women and girls does not only devastate women's lives and divide communities, it also undermines developmental efforts as well. And we can
Absolutely.
change the harmful beliefs at the core of this problem. I mean, what was learned can be unlearned. I believe it so, and it is time for us all to end violence against women. This is the reason why I did this record, because it is someone's story, it is someone's mother, it is someone's sister. So we
Yeah.
just need to hold hands together, put our women first, regardless of their character, what they go
Yes.
through, and how some people are unable to deal with
Yes.
their choice of words. I mean, she's a woman, and if she annoys the man, the last thing that a man should do is to lay hands on her.
I agree. I
Because
agree
if you look at
100%.
all she's going through, if you look at what she's going through, it doesn't require the man to do so. The man can as well be quiet or just leave the place to
Mm.
avoid anything. Even if the woman is putting hands in your eye, just close your eye, bend your
Yes.
head, and
Yes.
ignore her, because sometimes it's beyond what you can comprehend. Instead of just putting the whole pressure on her, following the societal rule that yes, women are supposed to be under man. Meanwhile, it's supposed to be equality.
Yes.
Like we are equal,
Yes.
equal, regardless of how things are today. I mean, they complete us.
Mm.
They made us.
That's true. But Biggie, you know what? It's
Yeah, man.
it's Women's Day in South Africa. It was on the 18th, the 9th of August, and it's Women's Month now in South Africa,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
very important. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap the show with your song because it's an important song.
Wow, wow.
But I tell you
Wow,
what,
wow.
where can people find you on social media? Where can we go follow you and find out more about you?
Yeah, if firstly my music videos and audios that I released are on the internet, and if anyone Googles Biggie Brown, I mean the Biggie is BIGGIE Brown. That's the Biggie Brown. If you Google it, all my materials will come out, and if they want to check me out on social media, all platforms from Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook is at it's Biggie Brown, meaning ITSBIGGIEBROWN. It's Biggie Brown, ITS Biggie Brown. So they can reach me out on social media and check out my content. And I had to stay on a low from social media for a while. Reason is that I was working on my content, and I I didn't put anything out since 2018 because I wanted to come out in another way,
Yeah.
because the other contents I have uh, are just there, and it wasn't with any record company. So this time I want a platform. I want to do it right. That's why I stayed away from cyberspace, and I've been working tirelessly, 2 to 3 songs daily. As I have my breakfast, I'll make sure I make a song, because there are too many things to talk about. In as much as the A-list artists worldwide don't talk about these problems, it's really there, and people needs to relate with what's going on. So I take my time, go back to my drawing board. I talk about relationships. I talk about love as well. I have party songs as well, from hip hop to pop to Afrobeat to reggae to dancehall, party songs as well. And I have songs addressing issues, addressing problems in the society, because I believe that music is not only a weapon, but a very strong weapon to cause change. So
Absolutely.
I
I think
want
Biggie,
my music to
we
be
have to stop
heard
it. We have to stop
by
it
a
there,
lot
my
of
man,
people.
because we're running out of time is finished, man. Because I want to listen to a bit of that song, man. So
Yeah.
people can find you, Biggie Brown. They can just
Okay. Okay.
Google
All
you
right. All
and
right.
check your arts. And thank you for being on the show, brother. One
Yeah.
love, man. And
And
Black lives do
yeah.
matter, my man.
Yeah. 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 Thank you so much, Taylor. I really appreciate it. Thank you for having me on this interview. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, man. God bless you too. So there we go. Thank you very much for taking out the time and joining the sit down with Stephen Taylor today. Make sure that you are interacting at Stephen Taylor SA on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Take care. God bless.